you.
I know. I'm so excited to be chatting with you guys. You guys are so incredible, and I'm so incredibly happy and proud of you guys on your amazing comic book series, Daylight Sucks. Congrats on all the amazing success with it and the amazing successes with your careers.
Well, you know, this career in this business, even if it's as an actor, if producing a comic book or whatever it is solely reliant on support from people who believe in you. And so first we have to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because we have no idea why, but you got behind this so much, and we appreciate it beyond what you might ever imagine.
Yeah, thank you very
so much. Thank you. That means a lot. But for a masterpiece like what you guys created, how can I not support it? It's so amazing. And again, I'm so happy and proud of you guys. So we definitely have to talk all about it, because I can't wait to learn more about the inspiration behind it. Now, again, you guys brought out a magnificent comic book series titled Daylight Sucks. So first off, can you tell us a little bit more about the comic book series for those who haven't read it yet and they definitely need to?
Well, it's timely at this moment. This is an idea that Craig had.
I came up with it when I was a kid. I was watching people being bullied. I was being bullied. I was watching. Humans tend to do things to other humans that are worse than any vampire or any werewolf or any of the other monsters that we've created. And so I always thought, why isn't there an entity, or could there be an entity that takes out the douchebags in our lives? So
it's just a term.
Yeah.
Why could there be an entity that takes out the bad people that cause that actual cause and do victimization on people?
The indifference and the lack of consideration and the lack of sympathy and the lack of concern for other human beings is something that has always bothered Craig. And so I
just thought there should be a vampire that, and it was just one at the time, and this is when, this is before I was in high school, and I was like, there should be a vampire that is a vigilante vampire and just kills bad guys and is a superhero. And then 20-something, 30 years later.
Right. Well, you established it as a vigilante vampire family before, though. After it was one dude, then it became a family, which was really cool. Because each family member of this clan, it's really a clan.
Yes.
They are not physically related, but they are bonded in a way that, families would only dream of being bonded. And each member of this clan has their own mission. And the kids in the clan are not kids. The kids in the clan are not children at all. They look like they're children. They look like they're 16 and 17 years old. Truthfully, the youngest one, who's Madison, is 150 years old. And they each have a cause and a mission. Madison is for women's rights.
Right.
Ashley is for protection of animals and the environment. Max is battles against prejudice, be it of different, prejudice against cultures, prejudice against races, and prejudice against sexual orientations, the LGBTQ community as well. And then James is a throwback to a different time.
James is territory. Right. And that there should be no borders.
Right.
So
he's one world, and he'd like to see peace on Earth. So these are the kids, and they each have their missions. And Eva Alnwicks, which is a character that I visually inspired for the comic book, meaning that it's Munda that you see when you see her drawn, is the leader of the clan. And she actually does not know how old she is.
Right.
Ava's
hiding
been
about
around.
That age. That's a tough one.
Ava's been around since the beginning of time. Humanity. So, and she has collected each one of these individuals throughout history
And then there's George.
On
George,
purpose.
the husband, who is not against religion. George is about not the negative aspects of religion, because religion can be a beautiful thing, but against the controlling of the masses by religion, in ways that involve like economy and in ways that involve money and a series of things that can be like really evil. So that's, they each have their mission, and they each have their way of approaching dealing with humans. And some of the humans that the vampires come up against maybe don't deserve to die. Maybe they just deserve to learn a lesson.
Yes.
So, so
some of the humans can be rehabilitated.
They can be rehabilitated.
It depends on the severity of their crime. It is also the severity of their punishment. So,
yeah. We finished season. I was shooting Every Which Way. Actually, shooting Every Which Way season 4 while he was writing this, and we went to have a vacation at his condo in Colorado. And he said, "Okay, can we put this down on paper now?
Can you just read it?" Is what I wanted her to do. Just read it.
Just read it and type it for me.
Set it up.
It's on so it's on Word. And I was like, okay, dictate it. And he starts dictating this to me. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like lose points or power in this relationship by saying this. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. And I was like, okay. So I'm writing. I'm getting more and more interested. And I was like, whoa, in the plot twist. And I thought it was awesome. And he said, okay, now, you who know so much about the telenovela genre, having done 20 of them up until now in your life, I want you to write the love story within Daylight Sucks for one of the characters who shall remain nameless, because all that will be revealed with time. But how that can involve a Latina. I did.
And I also wanted it to be a bilingual story.
Oh, yeah. That's very important.
It's actually multilingual, because there are vampires all over the world, and they've lived for thousands of years. So they all know different languages. They've all been to different countries. They're very multicultural and multilingual.
But bilingual, because the genre of the comic book, really, in my opinion, I'm Latina, I'm Mexican, and in my opinion, there is not a product really out there that Latinos in this country can enjoy, and really all over the world. I mean, there are comic books. There are any number of comic books, and they're translated, but one originally written so that Latinos form 40% of the overall population of the United States now. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to see something out there that also celebrated, the culture and celebrated the origin and celebrated the language. And so I started writing the story of Esperanza Martinez, who is a beautiful, very brave 17-year-old undocumented immigrant to the United States, who is seeking her father, a better life north of the Mexican border, but also seeking her father, who doesn't know that she exists, because we had a brief relationship with her mother, and it didn't go beyond that. And so, this how her world collides with one of the clan members of the Alnwicks family is what unfolds, and it unfolds hopefully beautifully and to the interest of everybody. And we just want them to get just immersed in this love story, as well as the story of these vigilante vampires and why they do what they do. And so we started sending the material to actors who, if it were a live-action production, would be interested in the project. Mostly, they were actors that I had worked with on projects I had worked with some of them on Every Which Way, and a lot of the other actors that are on this in the telenovela genre, and Craig knows all of them, and is friends with all of them, and had also worked with some of them as an acting coach. So we started sending the material to them, and just kind of wanted their thoughts, and it evolved. And then we thought, well, this is an amazing comic book. This is an amazing idea. So we sent out, we got together with an entertainment lawyer, and we created the LLC, and then we created the ISSN number, and we made it a real project, and sent out the
got all the licensing agreements with
all the
about 20 different actors.
So we don't have to to invent what these people look like. Why don't we just draw the people we had in mind for the role to begin with? And it's been amazing because people are so excited about seeing these actors, you know, portrayed in this visually inspiring these characters in this comic book. So it's an, you know, it's as far as
we've gotten a huge response on the website at daylightsucks.com.
And just from fans are really excited about it, and we're very grateful to our actors who no one said no.
Yes.
Which was really huge and heartwarming, and such a big part of what kind of impulsed us to continue forward. Because we're in the promotional stages of this project. You know, a comic book, I've kind of been learning as I go, but you know, with as much knowledge as I had going into producing the project as I could. He's produced way more than I have. I'm kind of learning, and especially when it comes to the comic book genre, you know, it takes time for it to catch on, and it takes time for you know, comic book fans.
Yeah, it usually takes like 3 to 6 issues for people.
And we've got issue 3 coming out this month. So it's still in those stages where people are just learning about it. And so without our actors who visually inspire these characters, I think they'd be learning about it kind of way less. So we're very, very grateful to them, and we're excited about it, and we have high hopes for the project, and it's just very timely as far as, you know, what's going on with social issues in this country.
Yeah, the Twist magazine giveaway of the autumn issue and of issue number 1, and we've got over 4,900 entries.
Wow!
And we were just totally blown away.
Wanting to get their hands on this autographed comic book, and it was autographed by Rahart Adams and Tyler Alvarez, Paris Smith, Autumn Wendell, Louis Cameo, Jackie Frazee, Jason Drucker, and more. And we all represent characters. Oh, and Alexa Pomares, very important. She played Esperanza. She's a visual inspiration for Esperanza. And you know, all of the actors that were on the cover for the first issue were really excited about signing this. We couldn't get Ada because Ada Bezke is a co-star of mine and a dear friend. We did a show for Telemundo called Doña Barbara together, and that was very, very successful. And he is a visual inspiration for Joy, but he was patient, not just in Mexico. He was taken in places that were off map. And so we really couldn't, we couldn't get to him, so he wasn't able to sign a comic book, but everyone else was. And those comic books...
he was literally in the middle of mountains of Mexico.
Comic books spanned the United States.
Oh, they went all over the United States.
They started in Denver. I signed them first, and I sent them to LA.
Yes.
Okay? I got the trajectory here. I sent them to LA, Rahart got them, signed them, sent them to Chrissy Wendell, who's Autumn's mom, picked them up, took them to where Autumn was studying, had Autumn sign them, then took them to Paris Smith's house. She signed them. Then they flew across the United States to Tyler Alvarez, who signed them from New York. And then sent them down to Florida for the other 4 cast members who...
And it went to Orlando, and then it went to Miami.
It was crazy. No, these comic books were extremely well traveled.
Yeah, and they still ended up looking really great, and I don't have the names of the 2 winners. There were 2 winners.
Yeah, and it was awesome. And you know, with 4,900 entries, you can see that there's a lot of interest.
Definitely. Yes, and I just have to say, you guys are such a power couple. You're such a great dynamic duo to create such a fantastic comic book series like this. Again, I really love it because it has so many different aspects about it that make it so perfect and so fascinating and interesting to read. So like, as soon as you read the first 2 issues, you're just like right away like pulled into each one of the stories, and like you can't put it down. You just want to read it all the time.
That's really flattering.
Thank you.
So the winners of the Twist magazine giveaway for the 2 autographed comic books were Amy Herbin of Flemington, New Jersey, and Susan Schreckler of Bullhead City, Arizona.
Wow.
I tried to hit them up on Twitter and on Instagram, but I could not find them. So, you know, we're just really grateful to them and to everyone else who entered, and it was awesome.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and they already received their autograph copies.
Excellent, and congratulations to them and everyone who submitted. Now, also, if you guys could swap lives for a day with any of the characters in Daylight Sucks, who would it be?
Craig Douglas?
I'm all of them. So, I mean, they're all in my head.
Yes.
So, you know, any one of them. I'd love to. Not the other vampire clans, but the Alnwicks.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Any one of them, I'd like to swap lives for a day and be able to go out and take care of some business.
Right.
I'm going to go with a combination. I'm going to say Madison,
Yes.
who is visually inspired by Paris Smith, whom we adore.
Yes.
Because she is about women's rights.
Yes.
She's such a little badass. And she's what we call her in the character description, the cutest but most dangerous little ball buster the world has ever seen. Because if you are mistreating a woman, if you are disrespecting a woman, and she finds out about it, it's bad. Yeah. And then the other character that I would swap lives with for a day would be Esperanza, because even though she's going through a lot of pain, the opportunity she has to carve out her own path in her own life and to be brave beyond the call of duty in every aspect and to just let love and instinct lead her in the direction that she's going is actually a privilege for that character. So, yeah.
Wonderful. And again, I can't stress this enough because your comic book series is just like so awe-inspiring that each of the characters, that's why I included this question, they all have their own purpose to bring out a message, to bring out a moral to people. And one thing that I love is that people have their own different outlets, whether it's music, whether it's watching TV, whether it's reading comic books, and you guys use that platform to bring out so many important issues that a lot of other shows or comic books or music don't bring out. So we thank you guys for doing that and for really bringing awareness to all of these issues that are so important that a lot of people may either not be going through and can actually kind of experience it while reading your series. Now, also, what can fans look forward to more with Daylight Sucks? Like more issues, as you mentioned, coming out, the adventures that they're going on?
Well, you know, the thing is, there really was no other way to start this story but from the beginning. And it's the story of Esperanza getting out of Mexico, what happens to her as she begins that journey. And she is already involved with the clan in a way that we're not going to get into because you got to read it.
Yes.
But what I'm really excited about, we have a story already written for at least, I don't even know how many issues, but we have a story.
I've got a couple of years worth of issues.
Before we even have to think about it.
Before we even really have to think about it.
We're just taking the story and the synopsis and translating and transferring that rather into the comic book format.
The problem that we have is that each one of these frames is drawn, hand-drawn by Juan Pablo Solarte. He's an artist who is
Colombian artist.
And he is a Colombian artist in Cali, Colombia, the country. And so we have to, and he speaks Spanish, which is okay because, you know, she can translate anything that is coming out of my head. But
it's a lot of information.
I have to direct every single frame that is hand-drawn. And I have to direct it from, like, different camera angles because, you know, I'm the one that's seeing it. Yeah. And so I
it's kind of like Craig is the camera.
I have to write down and tell Pablo and Bridget, also Bridget Lopez, is she's in Cali, Colombia as well.
She's our colorist.
And she's our colorist.
They're both unbelievably talented.
Yeah.
The animal that is the comic book, the creation that is a comic book, the entities that is a comic book is really complex. I have to be perfectly honest. It's not that I'm not up for the challenge. We are 100%. I'd be more the production aspect and just kind of gopher and filtering information and making sure everybody knows, and then getting frames back to Craig, and Craig says, no, this needs to be a little bit longer.
Yeah, there's always adjustments on every frame because of what's in my head as opposed to what Juan Pablo is drawing.
Yeah. So if you can imagine,
Juan Pablo nails it so many times.
Yeah,
I'm just like, like, that's in my head. There you go.
They've got an amazing synergy going. They really do. And between the two of them, between Craig and Juan Pablo, they really understand each other. And Craig will say it, and Juan Pablo will draw it, and then it's just fine tuning. You know, and then there's continuity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to get all the background continuity.
Exactly.
You know, cars or extras or whatever in the background. People, it's the same idea as storyboarding for a TV series as drawing a comic book.
Right.
So it's really complicated.
You have to pay attention in a way that I never really realized one would have to pay attention. Also,
all these little details.
If the character in the comic book is traveling, like if the character is traveling maybe 50 feet or 100 feet, a block, whatever it is, the objects behind the character have to change. They move. And so you have to pay attention to all of that. It's been an unbelievable learning process and really exciting, you know, and we're trying to make sure that our discernment...
Rips in coats, you know, bruises, if somebody's got a bruise on their face, you have to make sure that that continuity follows through. So.
Lipstick color, girl.
Yeah.
The whole thing. So, but what we're really excited about, I digress, is that we have this story written, and we're so excited. It's hard because each issue has got to be, you know, at least 100 frames in order to move the story forward and tell the story the way we want it told. And there's so much that we want to tell, and we'd like to tell it right now.
Yeah.
But it has to be drawn. Absolutely. You know, so the story starts with Esperanza in Mexico, and into her travels into the United States and all that entails before we can meet the Alnwicks, before we can meet the children who will, you know, Louis Cameo and Jack Casey and Jason Drucker, physically inspired 3 of the characters. They're beautiful characters.
Well, and they're all 3 kids that are in a cancer ward, and they're all dying. Hospital. They're all terminally ill of different types of cancer. And George Alnwick works as a coroner.
My hubby.
At Ava Alnwick's husband.
Hubby, yeah.
Works as a coroner in the hospital.
Right. So that if it's a slow week, as far as criminals go, they can still get their food.
Yeah.
You see, he works in the morgue.
Yeah, he works in the morgue.
Ooh.
So he meets these children, and they form a special bond, and we'll let you read it, but we have to produce it, and it's like frame by frame, like, I just want to tell people.
That is so interesting, though, because, you know, we know how movies and TV shows are created, but we didn't know that every single detail like that has to be focused on comic book series from, as what you guys said, even like the cuts, the bruises, the people in the background, that it's like other people might not even think about that, but you guys have to be like so aware of everything, and that's what makes this comic book series even more special, is how much dedication and passion you guys put into it. So we really enjoy it.
I've been accused of being very picky. So when it comes to the frame, and
no, what it is that he has. I mean, honestly, you know, this is my attitude right now when I'm calm. But when I'm in the middle of working with 16 frames at once, and I'm like, can you just accept the tire size the way that it is?
Yeah.
You know, but
no, it doesn't look like a tire from, you know, whatever truck or whatever car. You know, I can't. I know it's a cartoon, but at the same time, you know, no.
He has tremendous
It's got to look
respect.
like those things.
Yes, definitely.
For the comic book genre and for comic book fans.
Yeah.
Comic book fans.
Oh man, they'll look at texture. They'll look at all just little stuff on the walls and just the littlest, tiniest thing, and they will complain about it.
Yeah.
And I never want them to have to complain about anything. I want them to know that I am totally in it. That the comic book for me is where I'm at. So.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Now, do you guys have a favorite issue thus far from Daylight Sucks? Or if not, maybe a favorite moment from the issues that you guys have brought out that sticks out to you the most?
I mean,
we've only released 2 issues.
Yeah, so we're releasing the 3rd one this month, so there's not a lot to favorite there, but
I don't have a favorite yet. I'm sure I will.
A favorite moment?
A favorite moment?
There's a character at the beginning of Esperanza's story in Mexico. His name is Pepe. He's this jerk that owns this little taco restaurant that she works in, and he's loud and he's obnoxious and he's sexually harassing her and he's ill-spoken and when we proposed the character to Juan Pablo, to our artist, we said, you know, these are kind of the characteristics, and he came back with the most horrifying looking dude, just like so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of my favorite characters so far.
Yeah.
Just because he makes you laugh. That
Yeah.
he makes you laugh. He's just such a. And then it turns out, of course, Marta, who's his wife, works in the restaurant and who kind of protects Esperanza from this, you know, these attitudes of these men in this place that are, you know, mistreating her and disrespecting her. Marta turns out to be, you know, the one that wears the pants in the family. So then you see who Pepe really is, you know, when she walks into the room, who he becomes in his kind of powers.
Wow.
And so it's very funny. It's very funny. And so those are those moments. I think maybe it's a favorite moment for me, only because I didn't expect it.
Yes, definitely.
You know, when you're dealing with artists, you give the artist the description, and then kind of sometimes it's like, sometimes Craig will be like, no, it's good, but it needs this change. Other times he'll be like, oh my God, that's dead on. And then other times he'll be like, that's way cooler than I even had imagined in my head.
Yeah,
you know,
Pepe, we don't have an actor that's licensed for that character.
No.
And so we just turn to Juan Pablo and say, okay, draw this type of guy. And that's
so
what he
funny.
came up with.
He's so funny.
That is so funny.
I think those might be my favorite moments, is when I'm really pleasantly surprised by the synergy between Craig and Juan Pablo and what they can come up with. You know, just in general.
Excellent. Now, also, you guys, if you could bring out one message to all of your fans, what message would that be?
Right.
Start treating people nice.
Yes.
You know, start being compassionate towards other people's. There's so many people that have it bad in this life, and you know, especially right now with the current climate the way it is in the United States and all over the world. You really need to have compassion for all of the people that are having a problem.
Tolerance.
Yeah,
Tolerance. Education.
Yeah.
Forgive ourselves. Forgive our ancestors and learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all learn that history doesn't have to repeat itself.
Yes.
So we can evolve and we can transform. And
we have to evolve, and we have to be a more progressive society.
Right. We can progress, and we can let intellect and love become a better synergy.
Mm-hmm.
So that education teaches us what not to do in the future in dealing with each other.
Yeah, and I am going to debunk all of the myths.
Yeah.
Garlic, come on, they cook with garlic.
Mm-hmm.
Garlic was only there because, or used against vampires because it's used against mosquitoes and fleas, things that bite. So they just went, oh, it must work against vampires? No, it doesn't. They cook with garlic. They'll actually cut up a human and make it into a stew using garlic.
Yeah, Eva's the cook in the house as well. She feeds the clan, and so you know, she takes what she's given, whatever criminal came into the house that week, and so she cooks it up with you know, with vegetables, and she tries spices, and she's all into that. And one of them that we always have hanging in the kitchen is garlic.
Yeah, there's garlic hanging in the kitchen.
But you know, the other.
That's just one example. We're going after every single vampire myth.
Well, you guys have definitely impacted the lives of many through all of your projects, and especially this one. But thank you guys so much again for chatting with me today about this and really giving us all more of an inside look inside the creation of this masterpiece of yours again. And if you could just bring out the social media for Daylight Sucks so everyone can stay tuned with it and where they can also buy this new upcoming issue.
Yeah, I got it. Instagram is Daylight Sucks Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is Daylight_Sucks. Daylight_Sucks, sorry. Daylight_Sucks. Facebook is Daylight Sucks. Daylight Sucks fan page on Facebook. And then you can purchase as many copies as are out there right now. We actually, if you want to get issues 1 and 2, then the shipping is free. That's a new thing that we're doing because it's nice for people. And that's at daylightsucks.com.
Magnificent. Well, thank you guys so much again for chatting with me today. Again, I'm so happy for you guys, and congrats on all the amazing success with Daylight Sex, and we look forward to a lot more issues and joining on this journey that all of the characters have already like brought us with. But thank you guys so much again. I'm so happy for you guys.
You have no way to thank you so much for noticing the project, for being as supportive as you have, for always bringing it up to anybody you know that you happen to run into at a red carpet or whatever it is. If they're a visual inspiration, if it's one of our actors, you always say it. There's just no way to ever thank you enough, and we love you and we wish you all the success in the world and everything that you're doing. And we're excited to meet you personally and give you a huge hug and go and have sushi.
I know, absolutely. But it's so great to like see you guys virtually in person. And thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you.